Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And now, it's time to sleep, to get rid of the rain. And it's also time to go this way. To meet the pirates. That guy over there. Now here on the map, let's dig this up.
I think I've found something.
Who on earth are you? You don't look like the others.
What others?
Well, the mages who are hanging around these ruins over there. Are you one of that bunch, then? Brave thing to run around here by yourself.
Who are you?
I'm sure you've heard of me before. I'm Alligator Jack, feared all over the country. I'm one of the most dangerous pirates around here. Together with Captain Greg, I've boarded more merchant vessels than I can count. You're looking at a living legend here.
Do you know a fellow named Raven?
Of course. He's the leader of the bandits to the east. What's your business with him?
I've got to kill him.
What? You? How are you going to do that? Isn't that guy way out of your league? You won't even get close to him. The bandits he surrounded himself with will skin you alive first. You won't even get past their first outpost. The way you look, those bandits will get itchy fingers when they spot you a mile away. I've got a better idea. Come and join us. That'll give you time to think about it. Once you've tried our good homebrewed rum, things will look very different.
Your captain's name is Greg?
Right. He's the greatest pirate the sea ever spawned.
I think I know your captain. I met him in Corinus.
Greg, in Corinus? Nonsense. Greg is out at sea after booty with some of the lads. The only thing that could bring Greg to Corinus would be one of the king's prison galleys. He's one of the most wanted men in the land. He'd never march into town voluntarily and have the royal guard throw him into prison.
If you say so. Where's your pirate camp?
See the cave passage over there? Go through it and continue west, and you'll come to our beach sooner or later. That's where our log huts are. I can take you there if you want, if you do me a favor first.
And what would that be?
I'll have to get the boys some meat before I can go back to camp. You're a strong fellow. I could use your help hunting. Interested?
I need a bandit's armor.
What would you do with that? It'll only get you into trouble if you're seen with it. Everyone's going to take you for a bandit, and they will try to kill you.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
We used to have one in our pirate camp, but I don't know whether it's still there.
Tell me more about you pirates.
We've been living here for years. Back before the war, everyone knew us from here to the mainland. Our flag alone would spread terror among the crews of merchant vessels. But those times are past now. It's been weeks since we've run into a merchant vessel. Our Captain Greg left to try and catch another. The rest of us are sitting here in camp, twiddling our thumbs until he comes back. I hope he'll bring back lots of booty.
What is it you hunt?
Only alligators usually, but they're no good for eating. And there aren't any left around here anyway. So I take what I can find. Swamp rats.
What?
Most beasts around here taste like old socks, or they're as tough as alligator meat. Those fat swamp rats are the only thing that is remotely edible.
Let's go hunting.
All right. With two people, that's child's play. Are you ready?
Yes.
Great. Just stay right behind me.
Nothing to plunder.
The Hollow. There should be some of those beasts around here. Follow me.
I'm gonna let him fight that guy because I wanna kill these guys.
Nothing there.
I was afraid of that.
What?
This handful of beasts here is only about half of what I need. Now we'll have to enter the canyon. Watch out. It's very dangerous deeper down in the canyon. If you hold your life dear, stay very close to me.
What is there in the canyon?
We avoid that area if it's at all possible. That's where you'll find razors. Tough beasts, those. Stay away from them if you want to live another day.
Fine, let's go.
All right.
In the end, his dialogue is slightly different, depending on how many swamp rats you kill. It doesn't have any consequence, it's just a flavor text.
Come on.
Hey, you're not from around here, are you? You seem to have traveled far.
Busy?
Don't even ask. Henry wants me to chop down all the trees here.
Henry?
He's the leader of our troop. He stands around at the camp entrance all the time, talking big. More dedicated service to the community and all that crap. But he doesn't lift a finger himself.
Where's your camp?
Just continue down this path here, to the west. You'll see Henry standing there soon enough.
Henry is your leader?
Yes, the leader of our raiding troop. Our captain is Greg, but he's not here at the moment.
I need to move on.
Hey, when you get to our camp, give Henry a message from me. The trees around here are damn stubborn. He'll have to wait for his wood a while longer. Tell him that.
Come here, you filthy beast.
Nothing to be had there.
You're a talented hunter. My goodness. If you continue like that, I'll be able to stay in camp next time. Here, take this swamp rat meat to lazy old Morgan. You'll find him in our camp. He's probably lounging on the beach somewhere. He'll be waiting for this. Henry usually guards the entrance to the camp and keeps a lookout for bandits. If he refuses to let you in, just tell him that I sent you. Maybe that'll make him a bit more sociable. Henry is a little too eager and a bit bossy, too. If you're looking for me, you'll usually find me near my camp in front of the palisade.
Palisades?
Just continue west from here and you'll see what I mean.
So yeah, that's when he praises you. Now I'm quickly gonna show you the dialogue when he doesn't praise you.
Say, can you tell me what I took you along for? You didn't kill a single swamp rat. Oh well, maybe you can be useful some other way. Here, take this swamp rat meat to lazy old Morgan. You'll find him in our camp. He's probably lounging on the beach somewhere. You'll be waiting for this. Henry usually guards the entrance to the camp and keeps a lookout for bandits. If he refuses to let you in, just tell him that I sent you. Maybe that'll make him a bit more sociable. Henry is a little too eager and a bit bossy too.
So yeah,
If you're looking
there's that dialogue. Now, let's see what happens if I kill a single swamp rat.
Well done. We can use someone like you. You brought down one of those beasts on your first hunt. Not bad. Here, take this swamp rat meat to lazy old Morgan. You'll find him in our camp. He's probably lounging on the beach somewhere. You'll be waiting for this. Henry usually guards the entrance to the camp and keeps a lookout for bandits. If he refuses to let you in, just tell him that I sent you. Maybe that'll make him a bit more sociable. Henry is a little too eager and a bit bossy too.
So yeah, this is when you kill one of them. Okay, so his name is Alligator Jack. He got that name by hunting down alligators, by fighting them. However, this expansion has no alligators, but alligators were planned for this expansion, and you can only see them by using console commands. So to activate a console, you need to enter into this screen, type Marvin, then leave, and then you can press F2 to open the console, insert alligator, and there it is. There are two more creatures that never made it to the full release of the game. One of them is Stone Puma. Which is a panther. And the last one is Swarm. The locust swarm is like will-o'-the-wisp. And as you can see, it drops bloodfly items.
Nothing to be had there.
Panther has behavior of shadow beast, and alligator has behavior of lizards. So yeah. To deactivate the console, to turn off the cheat codes, all you have to do is get into this window and type 42, and then leave. And then you'll get what was the question, which is an Easter egg from the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Now here on the map, there's a blue dot. And you know what that means?
I've activated another one of the teleporter stones. Give me the next focus.
Of course. Here it is. Was it difficult?
Depends on how you look at it. I could use a bit of support.
I could give you some gold. Would that help?
It couldn't hurt.
Let's see. Here are a few gold coins. Oh, by the way, before I forget, Satyras would like to talk to you. You should see him as soon as possible.
It is good you came. We have new discoveries that we must share with you.
Then let's hear it.
The sunken city once bore the name of Jarkandar. There were 5 rulers in the city who shared the power over their people. Each of these rulers had a mansion where he lived and kept his belongings. Therefore, in your search for the relics of the ancient culture, it is crucial that you should search through these mansions.
Where should I look for these mansions?
Riordan has studied the structure of the buildings in Jarkandar. He will tell you where you should look for the mansions.
What if these mansions no longer exist?
If you cannot find the houses, then they presumably sank with the city. However, should they still exist, they would be of inestimable value for our studies. May Adanos protect you.
Hey, you! Satyras sent me. I'm supposed to search through the 5 mansions of Jarkandar.
It took me a long time to find the location of the mansions in the writings of the builders, but now I can tell you exactly.
Where do I find the 5 mansions?
The House of the Scholars is a large library. It must be somewhere far to the north. The House of the Warriors was a fortress ringed by rocks in the east. The priests and guardians of the dead had their dwellings near each other. You should find them in the southwest. And the healers had their House of Convalescence in the southeast. If these houses are still standing, you'll recognize them from their method of construction. They are elevated. A steep stairway leads to the entrance covered by high columns.
About the mansions?
Yes?
Tell me again where each one is located.
The House of the Scholars is a large library. It must be somewhere far to the north. The House of the Warriors was a fortress ringed by rocks in the east. The priests and guardians of the dead had their dwellings near each other. You should find them in the southwest. And the healers had their House of Convalescence in the southeast. They are elevated. A steep stairway leads to the entrance covered by high columns.
About the mansions?
Yes?
Tell me again.
The House of the Scholars.
Can you teach me something?
Sure, I'm a good hunter, and I can show you how to skin animals and pull their teeth. I'll teach you if you like.
Teach me.
What is it you want to learn?
Now this skin animals isn't the same as the one I learned before, because this one will allow me to skin reptiles.
Always make the cut at the belly, or the quality will suffer.
And pulling teeth, I already know.
There is nothing else I can teach you. You have become too good.
Teach me.
What is it you...
There is nothing else I can teach.
Halt! Friend or foe?
Friend.
Anyone can say that. I don't know you. What do you want here?
I want in there.
Really? That'll cost you, though. 500 gold pieces.
Huh? For what?
Don't make such a fuss. There's plenty of stuff here in camp that might interest you. You got some gold, haven't you?
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? I must see to it that these miserable wretches gets the palisade built in time. If they don't, Captain Greg will kick my ass all over the place. Also, I keep strangers from traipsing in here just like that.
What are you building the palisade for?
But we don't want to make it too easy for the bandits. Those bastards are getting more brazen all the time. They've been sneaking around our camp for days now, just like sharks after a shipwreck. Some of those good-for-nothings are holding up in the tower a little south of here. But that's only an advance party, I'm sure. If they're really stupid enough to mount an attack, we'll give them a welcome they won't forget.
Why would the bandits attack you?
Because there's war between them and us. What did you think? Everything was peachy at first. We brought them here, they marched right into their swamp and left us alone. But now, those bastards attack anyone who's not one of them. Heaven knows what's gotten into them. I reckon they may be after our boats. There's no other way to get out of here after all. You should ask Skip about this. He's been with them and barely got away with his life. He's got quite an interesting tale to tell. Too bad you can't hear it, though. You haven't paid your toll after all.
About those bandits in the tower.
If you're planning to take them on all by yourself, forget it. I'll be sending 2 people from my raiding troop soon. Let them handle the bandits.
I want to join your raiding troop.
But you won't get past me that easily, kid. First, let's talk about whether you can get into the camp at all.
Can you teach me how to be a better fighter?
First, pay your toll. After that, I can talk to you about fighting. It's all included in the price.
Greg's your boss?
He sure is, and it's Captain Greg to you. Have I made myself clear? He's a great man. If you meet him, be careful not to get on the wrong side of him. You won't live long enough to regret it. He's not in the camp right now, though. Francis is in command for now. He sits in front of Greg's hut all day and goggles at us working.
Can't we come to an agreement somehow?
Well, give me a good reason and I might make it cheaper for you.
Malcolm sent me. He says the wood may take a while.
Oh, great, I might have known. It's ever again.
I'm supposed to bring Morgan this meat.
Aha, and who sent you?
Alligator Jack. He says that Morgan is already waiting for it.
I see. Not in the mood himself, is he?
And this is the reason why I held on to Skip's package. There it is.
I've got a delivery here for Skip. Is he here?
Yeah, Skip is here. And now? One more step towards the camp and I'll feed you to the sharks.
Hey, you! Everything shipshape?
No, Amarin's just not my thing.
How's it going?
Stop gabbing at me.
Let me in.
You brought me a message from our woodcutters. You want to play errand boy for Alligator Jack and bring the swamp rat meat to Morgan. You got a package for Skip. 200 gold pieces. Or you just get lost. It's as simple as that.
I think that's too much.
Come on, I already made it cheaper for you.
About those bandits in the tower.
If you're planning to take them on, I'll be sending 2 people.
Let me in.
You brought me a message. You gotta 200, or you just.
Good. Here's your gold.
Thanks. Welcome to our camp. If you were planning to sign on with us, lad, you're out of luck. Only the captain decides who gets to sign on in here, and he took half the crew and went to sea after booty. But you can stay until he's back, provided you don't cause any trouble here.
I want to join your raiding troop.
Well, welcome to my raiding troop then. One more fighter to help keep the bandits off our backs. Grab one of the boys and make short shrift of those bandits in the tower.
Where exactly is that tower located?
Set off from here and keep to the right. You'll find the tower on a small cliff there.
Aye, aye, sir.
Now first, I'm gonna do it like this.
Hey, you!
Don't tell me you want me to come along and help you flatten those bandits.
You got it.
Why don't you ask the guy who's manning the sword? I can't use all this stress.
Come with me.
Aye, aye.
Are you one of Henry's boys?
No, I'm just sawing up this tree for entertainment. What's up? Did Henry tell you what you're supposed to do?
Yes, I'm supposed to do in a few bandits for him.
Oh no, don't look at me that way. I don't want to go there. Just leave me to my sawing, will you?
Come with me.
Why? You've already got somebody with you.
I no longer need you.
If you say so.
Come with me.
You could have asked somebody else.
I love his dialogues.
That's it for you.
You know what? I've been doing some thinking. You're an asshole. I'm headed back to the camp, and I hope I never set eyes on you again.
So yeah, I mainly did it for this dialogue. I love it. Now let's see the other guy's dialogue.
You know what? I've been doing some thinking. You're not such a bad sort. I'm headed back to the camp then. See ya.
So yeah, this guy likes you, which is cool. And with that, now I'm gonna deal with them alone.
Hey, you!
Nothing to plunder. Nothing to plunder.
I'm gonna rip you to pieces.
I love how those bolts just bounce off my armor.
Nothing to be had there. Nothing to be had there.
What a nice view.
Halt! Friend or foe?
Foe.
Asking for a good spanking, you clown. Tell me what you want here, or beat it, and fast.
About those bandits in the tower.
Yes?
Their history.
Did you pull that off all by yourself? Respect! Maybe you'll even be a real pirate someday.
Let me in.
You brought me a message from our woodcutters. You want to play errand boy for Alligator Jack and bring the swamp rat meat to Morgan. You got a package for Skip. And best of all, you got that varmint in the tower off our backs. I never thought you could do it all by yourself. Tell you what, you get in for free.
So if you paid Skip his package in Corinis, you would have to pay here at least 100 gold coins.
Can you teach me how to be a better fighter?
Sure, why not?
Hey, you!
I'm staying out of it.
How are things?
Francis, the camp leader, is nothing but a clown. How can anyone take him seriously?
The things I can tell you.
How are things?
If Greg doesn't come back soon and I don't get a deck under my feet before too long, I'll be getting land sick.
Yeah, he really said that.
Tell me that isn't true.
I'm no better off myself.
What have we here? A fresh face, and not one of those filthy bandits, I hope. I'm Garrett. If there's anything you need, ask me first. I can get you almost anything. Wine, weapons, and other stuff you might need. Except for booze. If it's a decent drink you want, go see Samuel.
Who's Samuel?
He's our moonshiner. He's got his cave on the beach, a little distance from the camp. You can't miss it. Just walk north. You'll be well advised to keep yourself supplied with grog. Some of the boys here aren't very fond of greenhorns at all, if you get my drift. A decent swig of grog can work wonders for you.
That'll never change.
Where do you get your supplies?
Skip always brings loads of stuff from Corinis when he visits there. Until recently, he used to sell some of it directly to the bandits. But since we've been at war with the bandits, I'm the one who ends up with all the stuff now.
It's a bad business.
What do you know about the bandits?
You'd better ask Skip about that. He's been through quite a lot with that bunch. Let me tell you, Greg has given orders to do away with any bandit who shows up near the camp.
Is it really true?
You're Captain Greg. What's he like?
He's a tough old bastard and no doubt about it. And greedy to the bone. He makes Francis, our treasurer, pay out not a penny more than what it takes to prevent a mutiny. And if one of us ever gets his hands on something really valuable, he'll inevitably take it for himself. I once took a compass from a royal frigate. That bastard Greg made me hand it over, of course. Bah. He probably buried it somewhere, just like the rest of his treasures.
Where might Greg have buried that compass?
Greg once told me that death himself watches over my compass. Then he laughed.
Anything else?
There's a beach at the southern coast. It can only be reached by sea. Greg is said to have been there often. Maybe you'll find something there. I once went there to see what I might find myself, but the area is teeming with monsters. If you really want to give it a try, don't forget to bring a pick.
You can't rely on that.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Greg put him in command while he's gone. But Francis is a total failure as a leader. He can't even get Morgan to stir his lazy ass out of bed. Henry and his boys are the only ones doing anything around here. The others are just enjoying themselves instead of working. I can only hope that Greg will come back soon. He'll give them all a good swift kick in the ass.
I'd have done it differently.
Anything new?
Nothing ever happens anymore since Greg left.
us.
Show me your wares.
I agree with you completely.
Same old thing, all over again.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
I never knew that.
No idea, you tell me.
It's a bad business.
How's it going?
I can't complain. It's a bit boring, but at least I don't have to work. I'm preparing for the next task that Greg's given me.
What task?
I mustn't say. No offense, kid, but I've worked hard for the privilege, and I don't want to lose it again.
That's not what I heard.
Can you teach me something?
I'm sorry, I've got no time right now. I've got some training to do.
Who around here can teach me something?
Henry and Morgan are leading our raiding troops. They can teach you how to be a better fighter. Henry's people all use two-handed weapons. Morgan prefers the faster one-handed weapons.
Who else?
Beats me, I've never been interested in anything else. But I'm sure that Alligator Jack or Samuel could still show you a trick or two.
He listened to the wrong people.
You don't have to tell me that.
Looky there, a newbie. And a landlubber at that. You're a bit scrawny for a pirate.
Can you teach me something?
Teach you? You bet. I could teach you to become stronger and improve your dexterity. But why would I want to do that?
Because I'll buy you a drink.
Not bad, kiddo. Got it. First try. But don't even bother to bring me some cheap rotgut.
I'll get you some grog.
Are you trying to poison me? I'm not touching that muck. Do you have any idea what's in there? Old Samuel has some good stuff as well. Go get me some of that. Have you ever tried Samuel's special recipe?
No, not yet.
Then have a go at it. It's a must try. Oh, I love this concoction.
Anything new?
Wait a moment. Not as far as I can see. Same old, same old.
Teach me something.
You were going to get me something decent to drink, boy.
New here, are you? Great. We can use every man.
How are things?
Right now, all's quiet in the camp, so I'm going to relax a little. And if I were you, I'd do the same. Since the bandits are here now, the situation may change faster than we like.
What do you know about the bandits?
You mean besides the fact that they're a deadly menace and outnumber us by far?
Yes?
They're rolling in gold. Well, at least they were rolling in gold. They never paid for their last shipment. But I doubt that it's because those bastards ran out of gold. It's more likely that they've gotten way too big for their boots.
How are things?
Right now, all's quiet in the camp. And if I... Since the...
Hey, you!
This heat by the fire makes me bloodthirsty. Say, have you got some grog for me?
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
Here, take a sip.
Thanks, man.
Needs to practice more.
I never knew
What's up?
I have to take care of this gluttonous crew here. And that's why I'm standing here day and night, slaving over a hot frying pan. I'd much rather be combing the beach and the shallows for washed up flotsam. Last week, a fat merchant vessel hit a reef right off the coast. And all that good stuff is washing up on the beach now. I really hope someone's going to take over my duty soon.
That'll never change.
Anything else?
Just as long as Greg comes back soon, I want to go back out to the open sea.
I couldn't care less.
Anything else?
Francis is a total loser. Everything's been going to shambles here since he's been in a camp leader.
All that matters is strength, so don't tell me that.
Anything else?
Francis is a total loser. Everything's been going to shambles here since...
That was no big deal.
What have we here? Crossing the path of old Skip again?
I know you.
It was his decision,
The
wasn't it?
bay near the city, remember?
Skip, right?
I see I made a lasting impression. But I've seen your mug elsewhere in the meantime.
Don't tell me you
But of course...
Tell me that isn't true.
Oh well, not a great likeness, but it's certainly you. Don't let it get to you. My own wanted poster looks just as daft.
I've got a package for you from Baltram.
That guy must really be keen on our rum if he sends his goods after us all the way here. Here, give him these 2 bottles of rum. I quaffed the 3rd one while I was waiting for him.
Over again.
What are you doing here?
I've just come back from Corinus, and now I'm waiting for Greg to return.
I couldn't care less.
I saw Greg in Corinus.
Is it
Really?
true?
Damn, something must have gone wrong then. He should have been here with our ship some time ago. I suppose I should go back to Corinus and wait for him there. But certainly not today. I only just arrived here.
He doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
What can you tell me about the bandits?
The bandits? They're attacking us! Why do you think we're building this palisade? We brought those scumbags over here ourselves. We used to trade with them. Boy, let me tell you, they've got more gold than they'll ever know what to do with. They were prepared to pay any price for a bottle of rum. But those times are past. It's war now.
What happened?
Those bastards hadn't paid for their last shipment. So I went there to see what had become of our gold. But when I got to the swamp, the swine attacked me. And that's not all. They killed Angus and Hank, 2 of our best people. Just stay away from that swamp, I tell you. They'll go after anyone who doesn't look as shabby as they do.
Have you ever met Raven?
Certainly. When I was with Henry up at the gate, I watched Raven place some of his boys at the tower to the south. Just a stone's throw from our camp. I guess they're supposed to spy on us. I've also seen how he treats his people when they don't do his bidding. He'll make short shrift of anyone who doesn't obey his orders to the letter. Mark my words, stay well away from Raven.
That's all just gossip.
Tell me more about Angus and Hank.
Angus and Hank were supposed to meet with some bandits in front of the camp. They were carrying all kinds of supplies. Everything those bastards had ordered from us. Forged steel and lockpicks and whatnot. But they never came back. The bandit swine must have done away with them. Morgan and Bill went out to look for them without any success. Bill was pretty devastated. They were both friends of his. He's still young. These things really get to him.
You can't rely on that.
The rest of us took it in our stride. The goods we can afford to lose. But the grog they were carrying...
He really should.
We're talking at least 20 bottles.
It's a bad business.
I need bandits' armor.
You want to go in there? Are you insane? Once those guys find out you're not one of them, you're sausage meat.
Do you have any idea where I could find armor like that?
You don't give up easily, do you? All right. We used to have a suit. Greg's probably still got it somewhere, up in his hut. Maybe you can buy it from him when he gets back.
It happens sooner or later.
Can you tell me how to get into his hut?
Whoa there! Not so fast. You weren't thinking of ransacking Greg's stuff, were you? When he left, he gave the key to Francis and told him not to let anyone into his hut.
Turned out differently if it hadn't been for us.
What can you tell me about Francis?
Francis is our treasurer.
I couldn't care
The
less.
captain trusts him. That's probably why he left him in command. But none of the boys here really take him seriously. If you want to know more, talk to Samuel. He's got his still in the little cave north of here. There isn't a soul in this camp Samuel doesn't know all kinds of things about.
That's all just gossip.
Can you take me to Corinus?
No way. I'm not leaving now. I'll find myself a decent swig of grog first.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Have you got anything to sell?
If you want to trade, go to Garrett. He's in charge of our supplies.
He really should have known better.
He would have never thought of that himself.
You can't rely on that.
Anything new?
Nothing ever happens anymore since...
It's been known a long time.
I'm still...
Hey! What can you tell me about Francis?
Francis? He's acting up like he's our captain. But just wait until Greg comes back. Then he'll crawl back under his rock and shrivel like a worm. He's pulling a fast one on everybody. If you ask me, I bet he's lining his own pockets. I didn't tell you this, and as long as there's no proof, you'd better not repeat this to anybody.
What do you know about Francis?
You mean, besides the fact that he's lazy and incompetent?
Yes.
Let me think. Nope. That's all that springs to mind.
Howard Francis, the camp leader, is nothing but a clown. How can anyone take him seriously?
That's not what I heard.
That's no secret.
Will it ever change?
He thinks this is...
Can you tell me something about Francis?
Look around you. The only ones working are Henry and his boys. Morgan spends all day in bed or guzzling booze. No such nonsense with Greg. If you don't toe the line, he'll kick you in the butt, and that's that.
I couldn't care less.
That's not what I heard. That's all just gossip.
Hey, you! How are things going with you?
What's up? Did Henry send you here? Tell him to get his planks as soon as I'm done. If he can't wait that long, he's welcome to saw them himself.
What are all these planks for?
We use them for the palisade, you dimwit. Greg thought it would be a good idea to secure our camp this way. We can save ourselves the work if you ask me. If the bandits are really planning to attack us, this ridiculous palisade isn't going to stop them. We should have never tolerated them in our valley in the first place. If I'd known all this in advance, I'd have stayed in Corunus.
Can I help you saw?
Nah, I can handle this by myself. I joined up here not long ago, and letting others do my work won't get me anywhere if you get my drift.
I'm looking for Angus and Hank.
I have no idea where they are. The bandits must have got them.
You were friends with them, weren't you?
All I know is that they were gonna meet up with the bandits in a cave not far from here. It must be somewhere outside our camp, to the east. I don't know where exactly. I've never been there myself. Maybe you should ask Alligator Jack about this. He's always roaming around outside the camp.
You've been to Corunus?
Yes, I kept myself afloat there, picking pockets and doing a little swindle or two. But whenever fewer ships came in, business got worse and worse. At some point, I got tired of being on the run from the militia for a few crusts of bread. That's when I joined Greg. Now I'm stuck here, sawing all day to build a palisade that's of no use to anyone.
Can you teach me something?
Well, I could show you how to pick other people's pockets unnoticed. But you should be fairly dexterous, or you can just forget it.
I'm here to deliver some meat.
I need a sip to wake me up. That's better.
So again, what do you want?
I'm here to deliver some meat. From Alligator Jack?
I remember. Right. The meat. Give it here.
What are you doing here?
Greg made me commander of one of the 2 raiding troops. I'm responsible for keeping the camp supplied. Alligator Jack sees to that. I'm also responsible for keeping those beasts you find out here well away from the camp. That's what the boys do. I told him I don't want to see a single beast left around here when Greg comes back.
About Angus and Hank.
Oh, don't remind me of them. They probably got themselves killed by bandits, and Angus had my ring on him. Well, sure, it was his ring, in a way. He won it from me playing dice, but I would have gotten it back, and now it's gone. If you find my ring, bring it back to me. I'd certainly make it up to you.
About Angus and Hank.
If you find my ring, bring it back to me.
What do you think of Francis?
I don't mind him, as long as he leaves me alone.
Isn't he the boss around here?
He thinks he's the boss, but at some point, Greg will return, and then Francis gets to go back to sawing planks.
Do you ever do anything yourself?
Hey, none of that lip. Mine is the most important task of all. I train my people. I make them into the best and most fearless fighters who ever sailed these waters. And it's not like the lads do all that work for nothing. They get a good-sized bag of gold for their efforts.
I want to join your troop.
My troop? My troop is hanging out at the beach. Those boys won't lift a finger until the captain is back. You can count on that. But if you want to show everybody what you're made of, feel free to work on the northern beach. It's full of lurkers and who knows what else. Take them on by yourself, and you'll earn the respect of the people. Welcome to my troop. I'll go lie back down.
Can you train me as well?
Sure, I can show you how to fight with one-handed weapons.
Go lie back down.
Hey. A new face. What do you want, rum or something stronger?
I want to talk to you about Francis.
Just don't mention that wannabe captain. He sits on his fat ass all day acting important. We'd all like to know what the hell the captain was thinking when he put him in command here. What do you want from that prig?
I must get into Greg's hut.
Really? To do what?
I need a bandit's armor.
Francis will never agree to let you go into the hut so that you can nab a few of Greg's things. Unless...
Yes?
You've got something he really wants. I know that Francis has hidden something in an abandoned mine in the canyon. Once, when we were on guard duty together and he dozed off as always, he went on about it in his sleep. I've no clue what he buried there, but maybe it's so important to him that he'll let you into the hut to get it back. When the captain comes back and finds some of his things are missing, he'll have Francis's hide for it.
What's new in the camp?
Nothing much has been happening here since Greg left. Morgan and most of his boys been just hanging around and boozing all day. The only one who does anything at all is Henry. He and his boys are building the palisade. It's high time for Captain Greg to come back and give that Francis a good swift kick in the ass.
What's new in the camp?
Nothing much has been happening here since Greg left. The only one... It's high...
What else have you got?
I could get you anything a pirate needs in order to survive.
I've come to get my ration of grog.
You guys don't do anything without your grog, huh? Right. Here you go.
Give me rum.
Ah, this is mother's milk to a sailor. Here.
I want something stronger.
Ah, a seeker. I'm always after new recipes myself. Decent booze should be clear and strong and burn your throat like liquid fire. You don't find that very often. but I'm talking too much. You want a drink? Here, my own recipe. How do you like that? I call it hasty herring.
Ooh, impressive.
You can say that again. You wouldn't happen to know a good recipe for booze yourself. If you do, you must tell me. Want another?
Give me some of your hasty herring.
Rather vile muck, but effective.
So this potion that he gave me acts like a speed potion. And I'm gonna buy lots of them. When the time comes. One thing that you should know is that if you drink a potion and you save and reload, the potion effect will disappear. So if I were to reload now, the effect is gone.
Nothing there.
Now the pirate that's frying the meat mentioned that there should be lots of floats in here. Lots of loot. Now, if you swim away, you will get something cool. First you hear that sound. There it is. Now, in the classic version of the game, this cutscene is outside Khorinis. But with the expansion, they changed it and put it here. A rune. Now that rune is a blank rune, which is good for crafting runes for mages. So now, thanks to Alligator Jack, I can loot reptile skin. Now, I could have kept all of the lurkers alive in Khorinis and then killed them to get their skins, but I never felt the need to do that. You know, I'm really enjoying exploring this beach when it's almost the sunset. Now this is the reason why I got so many ice arrows and ice lances. I love using them on fire lizards. And a good combination is one of each. One of each will get rid of one fire lizard. So ice lance and then ice arrow will do the trick. And right here on the map, you get the golden compass for Garrett.
Nothing to plunder. Nothing there, nothing
This
there.
guy has a new type of armor that we haven't seen yet. So I got a ring. It should be a ring that gives me dexterity. This one, ring of skill. And over here is a set amulet. Amulet of the Warriors. Weapon protection 10. That view is awesome. And this whole camp is so cozy.
Everything shipshape?
No, Amarin's just... You hardly know who to believe these days.
Wait a minute. How's it going?
Stop gabbing at me.
Never knew that. That's all just gossip.
Hey,
I want to join your raiding troop.
Well, welcome to my raiding troop then. One more fighter to help keep the bandits off our backs. I should have said get one of the boys and smoke out those bastards in the tower. But you already did that.
I'm not telling you anything new.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
Here you go.
Ah, down the hatch like liquid fire.
Teach me something. Anything new?
Wait a moment.
Not as far as I can see. Same old, same old.
Huh. What does he know about duty?
I'm no better off myself.
I must get into Greg's hut.
Forget it. Greg's not there. And I've locked the door, and now I see to it that nobody sneaks around here to do a little looting. So make yourself scarce, or I'll let you have it.
Greg is your boss?
Now, don't try and tell me that you know him. Any sailor, even any cursed landlubber on this island, knows the terrible Captain Greg. And he left me in command. I'm responsible for making those lazy bums do what he commanded. Some of the boys may think they can do whatever they damn well want now that the captain's not here. Won't they be surprised when Greg comes back? I'll tell him everything that's been going on here. Got it? Including who's been trying to get into his hut. So make yourself scarce, or you'll be in a load of trouble.
Give me the key to Greg's hut.
You must be joking.
He simply needs to practice more.
I'll give you 1,000 gold pieces.
That's not quite enough to make me betray my captain, I'm afraid. Be careful what you say, or I'll have your hide.
Give me... I'll give you 2,000 gold pieces.
I bet you don't have that much.
So I can fight Francis, I can pickpocket him if I had pickpocketing, but I'm not gonna do any of that. Let's go to his cave and see what he's hiding.
Don't tell me you didn't know that.
Do you know Angus and his friend Hank?
I haven't seen them in a while. And I wouldn't mind if the pair of them never came back.
Why?
Oh, those bums always hung around the lake, scaring off the game.
What lake would that be?
Remember our hunt?
Yep.
The lake in the hollow. That's where I usually saw them.
Okay, we got a hint.
How's it look?
Who are you? Are you one of the bandits?
Do I look like one?
Nah. Judging from your clothes, you've come a long way.
What's up?
My buddy Malcolm has disappeared. One of those filthy lurkers attacked us. So we fled into this cave, but that lurker came after us. Malcolm fought with it, and then they both fell into that hole over there. Seems to be full of water. The lurker and Malcolm continued to fight down there for a while. Then it went quiet. I have no idea whether he's still alive or not.
How do I get down into that crevice?
It beats me. You can either climb down or jump, I suppose.
And?
If I had known all this in advance, I'd never have become a pirate.
And there's Malcolm. So there they are, Angus and Hank. The ring is decorated with many fine runes, one-handed talent bonus.
Nothing there. Nothing there. Nothing to plunder. Your pal Malcolm is dead.
I thought as much. Poor devil. Should have helped him after all. You're really brave, you know that? I couldn't have done that with the crevice.
And?
If I had known all this in advance, I'd never have
So I jumped here and I got a bonus experience. So if I were to try it again, the game would take away my experience because I tried to cheat the system. I tried to exploit it and do it again. Razors and chompers fighting each other. Let's join the fight. Now, this is the cave that Samuel mentioned, where Francis hid some of his stuff.
think I've found something.
Okay, let's see that treasure chest. Paybook.
Aha, Francis's paybook. The man seems to have finagled a lot of gold into his own pockets.
Now, before I continue, I want to show you something before I forget. If you transform into wolf, and you find pack of wolves. If you kill one of them, from the pack, you become leader of the pack. You become the alpha wolf. And then you can lead your pack against other packs or just other enemies in general. How cool is that?
He really should have known better.
You hardly know who to believe these days.
Let's deal.
I've got no time for things like that.
Now he has this belt of protection, which costs 1,000 gold coins.
It had to happen sooner or later.
Here's your compass.
Yes, that's it. I never thought I'd see it again. Thanks, man. This time Greg won't get a hold of it again. Here, take this belt in return. It's my most valuable piece.
Same old thing, all over again.
So if you were to buy this belt beforehand and then do his quest, then he would just give you 1,000 gold coins.
Do you really believe
Show me.
that?
It had to happen sooner or later.
I never knew that.
So let me show it.
Show.
Nobody will learn anything from me.
He really should have known better.
Here's your compass.
Yes, that's it. I never thought I'd see it again. Thanks, man. You bought this belt from me, remember? And you paid a lot for it. Not that it wasn't worth it. Here, take back your gold.
He really should have known better.
And it's really cool.
That's all just gossip.
I found your hiding place, your treasure, and your paybook. This is your book, isn't it?
I've never seen this book before, and even if this were my book, you don't really believe the boys will buy your story based on a few yellowed pages, do you?
You cheated them all out of their shares.
Wait a minute. You wanted the key to Greg's hut, didn't you? I'll give you the key to Greg's hut. There's plenty of valuable stuff in there, but you'll give me the book and keep your trap shut, right?
What does he know about duty?
So now,
That's all just gossip.
Just you.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
I'm gonna take his book back.
That's not what I heard.
Things would have turned out differently for us.
You listened to the wrong people.
Aha, Francis's paybook. The man seems to have finagled a lot of gold into his own pockets.
Well, we'll see the next time.
Hey!
All right. You're the better fighter. What do you want?
And I can give him the book again. But because he gave me the key already, now he doesn't have the key anymore.
I found your hiding place, your treasure, and your paybook. This is your book, isn't it?
I've never seen this book before, and even if this were my book, you don't really believe the boys will buy your story based on a few yellowed pages, do you?
You cheated them all out of their shares.
Wait a minute. Just don't do anything stupid. Here's 500 gold pieces. And now give me that thing.
And
Oh!
That's been known a long time.
Aha, Francis's paybook. The man seems to have finagled a lot of gold into his own pockets.
I used to say that myself.
Doesn't even know how to hold a sword.
His decision was.
Well, we'll see the next time.
All right.
And you don't...
You cheat...
just don't... Here's five... And now...
so yeah, you can do that unlimited amount of times. Which I'm not gonna do. There's a sextant here for the Thieves Guild. Message in a bottle. When you open the bottle, you get a map. And the map shows you all of Greg's hidden treasures on the map. There's a ring inside this wolf's mouth. It's just a ring of weapon protection.
Hey, you. What are you doing in my hut? I've just been gone for a couple of days and everyone thinks they can do what they damn well please. What the hell is going on here? The palisade still isn't finished? The canyon is overrun with beasts and everybody is just hanging around enjoying themselves. So this is all you've accomplished, Francis? Get off my bench at once. And you? What have you done?
I've been working.
Have you? And what?
I've done away with the bandits in the tower. There are no more beasts on the beach to the north.
Well, it's a beginning, I guess. I'll teach you the true meaning of work.
What is there to do?
First of all, we'll make things hum around here. Morgan, that lazy pig, gets to saw planks. You will take over Morgan's job and clear those beasts out of the damn canyon.
What beasts?
The razors in the canyon are coming closer and closer to our camp. I won't wait until I've eaten one of my men who's had a few too many.
Am I supposed to do that all by myself?
Just go ahead and grab some of the boys. Let them earn their pay instead of just gabbing all day.
I guess I'll get going then.
One more thing. You're one of us now. So get yourself a decent hunting outfit first. Here's some of our armor for you. I hope it fits. And don't dawdle. Get right to it.
I need that bandit's armor.
Prove yourself useful first, then we can talk. First, kill all the razors in the canyon.
Been there, done that.
So how did you get here?
You weren't expecting me, huh? Just so we set this straight, I'm Greg, and this here is my camp. That enough for you?
That's really not my problem.
I need that bandit's armor.
Prove yourself useful first.
Wait a minute. About that canyon?
Yeah, what about it?
What beasts am I supposed to kill?
Get rid of the razors. The other creatures are harmless.
About...
Yeah, what...
Who can help?
Take a few of the boys along. They do nothing but loiter about anyway.
So this armor is worse than Minecrawler plate armor or heavy militia?
I used to say that myself.
Just leave me alone.
Hey!
What's new in the camp?
Francis got what was coming to him. I can't begin to tell you how that pleases me. You're all right. Come on, let's have a drink. It's on me. And Greg is finally back. He lost the ship, but at least he'll restore order to the camp.
Great. Now Greg is making me saw planks. Have fun slaughtering monsters.
The northern beach is all cleared.
What about the cave? Have you been there too?
Sure thing.
Ah, great. You're a good man. Here's your reward.
Is there anything else for me to do?
You'd better go ask the captain.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.